Hello, everyone. I'm with Michael. Michael is a person that really I'm so excited to meet. He's for the past, I say, 1 month, we are interacting, and I told him, look, I would love to be your customer, but I want you to be my, as they say, guest first.
Yes.
It was a chance that to get a new era of something. He's a tailor.
Yes.
In the suit business.
Yes.
And also t-shirts, I think so.
Yes.
T-shirts.
Yes.
So you're talking to a new, as they say, sector of the business. So usually what I meet people who are either in food and beverage, either in technologies. No, now I'm talking to a person who builds something for you to look good. This is difference of everything else.
Yes,
So,
that's true.
Michael, could you introduce
Yes.
yourself?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the invitation. That's always a good and pleasure, because I take a lot of pride in what we're going to be talking about. So the customer experience, customer service. I always say, so first of all, I'm making a suits, and I'm going to introduce how I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But I always say to my team, and that could be very interesting to the listeners and viewers, that we actually don't sell suits.
Yeah.
What we sell is the feeling that people are, or people have afterwards.
Beautiful.
So we're not selling the product, because if we are selling the product, we are like every other suit shop.
Yes.
But if we're selling the experience, if we're selling the after, is what matters.
Yes.
And that's why people come to me and no one else.
Yeah.
So that was a brief introduction of who I am. But I make suits in the UK.
Yeah.
I flew here to Riyadh for the first time in my life. I absolutely love it. I love Middle East in terms of hospitality, how it is. It's Riyadh is in a very interesting place right now, where there is obviously a lot more openness, a lot more transparency, a lot more authenticity in the city that it was 5 years ago. You know, the 5 years ago, I would never even imagine being here because of how close it was, how different it was. But with the new wave that you guys part of, you are now part of this historical moment for Saudi. It's all changing. That's the reason why I'm here. We make suits so people can feel amazing wearing suits. Suits should be like Thorpe, beautifully made, easy, comfortable to wear. Everyone knows how to wear these, but we in the Western world, in the UK, we don't know how to wear Thorpes. You don't know how to wear suits nicely, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here, just to educate, to give people that sort of perspective of how to look best in a suit.
Beautiful.
That's in brief.
Beautiful.
Who I am.
Yeah. So basically, when we are saying that you are doing these suits, building these suits, you're building an image.
Yeah.
You're building.
100%.
You're building a brand.
Yes.
Yeah. So it could be a different for me that you meet another person. It could be a different presentation, a different way of presenting him. Because what I saw from some of the designs that you have different, some, as we say, encouraging colors. Which,
absolutely.
Yeah, that you. I remember you said, "Are you challenged to wear this?" Which were reds and greys. So who has them, as they say? So as they say, have that really power to say, okay, I will wear that. Or some of them would like to wear, the black or the dark suits or the little bit. So each one. So do you know from the day that someone comes in, you will know his personality? I think so. Most of your work are with men.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yes, most of work is with men. Let's quickly discuss that point. It's men because women, especially again in Western world, they have lots of choice. They've got 20, 30, 50 shops they can go to and choose different figures. Everyone can find something. With men, there's two things that matter. One, men don't really want to shop. They don't really want to go to shopping centers for hours on end, try to find things for them. So that's a big problem. Second problem is no one really teaches men how to dress. So they don't spend time on Instagram looking at other men, how they dress. They look at cars, they look at watches, they look at other things, but they actually don't look at clothes. So how do they want to know? Like, it's a very difficult conversation to have with someone who never had a suit before or very rarely wears a suit. All of a sudden the work or the job or the business takes over and they have to start wearing a suit. How do they do that? So that's why I work with men mostly, because they need more help. That's to start off with, which everyone knows. But the colors, and you asked about that, what do we see when people first come in? I always say it is very personal. So we have to start very slow. There is no point of me telling you should wear orange if you would never wear it. What's the point of us making an orange jacket if you're never going to wear it? Let's make you something that you're going to wear. Yeah. Let's make you, a navy suit, for instance, or if you think, oh, I would like to wear that blue, or I would prefer that navy. We're actually making a 3-piece in exactly that for one of the clients that I saw today, because he was like, I need to look very good. I'm going to America for conferences right now. And it was like, what is that Americans wear? I was like, wear this because you're going to be dressed better than 98% of people that are there already. Exactly. Because Americans wouldn't wear this because they don't know. They have got no idea either. Look at how Americans look. Very big, very sloppy, very kind of big jackets. So the European style is where Saudi people should be, not the American style. So this sort of Italian, English fabrics, Italian fabrics, something nice and easy. So we always have a conversation. One of the first questions I ask everyone is, why do you need a suit? I mean, it's important, right? Because...
So basically, you apply the first step of customer experience, which is know your customer.
Yeah, just ask a question. Like, why do you need a suit? Tell me, like, you have to convince me, why should we make a suit for you? Because if you say, let's make a suit because... I don't know. My wife told me. Okay, let's have a conversation. Why does she think you know?
So you need to speak to the wife.
Yeah. So exactly. Maybe she needs to choose your cloth. Maybe not you. Maybe etc. Or someone says like we had customers this morning that they said, "Oh, we actually now going to travel more international. Yeah. We want to look better. We don't want to just buy in a shop." And they had suits from a shop, and if you have big stomach or you've got big legs, and all of a sudden those shops bought suits don't fit you well, then you have to start experimenting. You have to start and meet a tailor. So it's kind of allow people to be the best version of themselves wearing suits. So how they can feel comfortable. Like we had a conversation as well yesterday with a guy who said, I only want to wear stretchy clothes, so stretchy things. So we found stretchy shirt. We found stretchy fabric for his suit. And we're now going to make that for him because he said, I would never wear anything that is not stretchy. I was like, wow. Or I would make a sort of larger suit that is kind of somehow, very tight.
Very tight, yeah.
And I was like, perfect. And he's never, ever have chance to find it in the shop. Shops in the UK, you will find shops. If I tell you exactly specific shops to go, you'll go there and you'll find maybe some stretchy fabrics. But in here, like this is still so very new, this sort of wearing suits, that you're only going to have big brands that they have the same suits that they wear in Italy or UK. They bring the same suits to Saudi. And that's just wrong thing to do because Saudi people are different to everyone else. You've got your own ways to wear things. So I think Saudi in general it's going to grow in terms of how many people are going to wear suits. Not because there is something wrong with what you wear, but it's because you are going to go more to other places. You are going to fly to Europe, to America, to UK. You're going to be sort of more present. You're going to have conferences. You're going to have things like that you want to attend. And what do you want to wear if you don't want to wear this? Well, a suit is the only option, right? So
I don't know if you know that. Do you know that the shamar is an English fabric?
Someone has told me that yesterday. So, that it's probably made in England, someone said.
The origin of it is the story that it came from England. Originally.
Wow, interesting.
Before we used to wear white.
Yes.
Why? Because of the sun. White cuts the heat and all of that. So when it improved and the people got open, King Abdul Aziz and which were we started using the shimar. So it was a trend.
Yes.
So yes, the relationship of movement is there. My question, can we expect from you as a person creative that we could see the culture of Saudi? An example, we have somewhere that I could show you later. There is a dagla, which is like a long jacket.
Yes.
But with a twist of, Saudi culture. When you go to the west or the east in Saudi or the north or the south, there the colors are totally different. It's not just the central region.
Interesting.
Yeah, amazingly, when you go, an example, to Taif, the thobe in Taif, which was the original one, is totally different than this one.
Different color or different fabric?
No, fabric is not very far, but more to cut it 100 because of the humidity in Jeddah and in Masr. But it had a long
sleeve.
Why? It was for a different purpose, because they are more to ranches.
So they need to protect.
So when you go to the southern region, it's more totally different. So I'm thinking, I think so. This is the first visit, yes, but I really encourage you, and I will be more than happy to support you.
Yes.
Honestly, I have a very good group of people who are in the Saudi design area, which I will let you meet.
Perfect.
You could really collaborate with them, get something totally big, and I'm sure that it will hit, because honestly, what I see from the fabrics that you have, the designs that you have. An example, I'm from a person that really is so, as they say, tempted to Chinese clothing, which is Japanese. I love them. But I'm saying, okay, there are new Chinese designs that are acceptable by them. Even I saw Western region. An example in UK, I saw an amazing T-shirt which was originally Chinese, but in the way, design was more to European. So this is what I'm saying.
Yes, I think we still. I don't think that there is anything created so far for suits in Saudi. Meaning, for instance, that suit that I'll show you one that was very interesting, because we had a lots of debate with a client beforehand. He said that he would definitely wear it, but only like that one, right?
Yeah.
So that was like a greenish brownish color. There's like greenish here, more of a brownish here. And basically what it is, he said, if you can find a fabric that it's similar to this, but also darker, so I can then be more like a Saudi collars. He was like, I would wear that, and you start thinking, okay, maybe there is an opportunity here to also create a Saudi suit. I don't know how it looks like, but maybe it is a bit longer. Maybe maybe it has got some sort of extra bits here that we don't yet know. Maybe what you said about kind of other regions creating this. Maybe there is a designer already in Saudi that is thinking about making suits that sort of European style, but with this Saudi flair. It would be very interesting if you know anyone, listening or seeing anyone who is in Saudi and makes sort of that sort of designs and drawings. Be very interested to find out.
I will be more than happy to introduce you in that area. So I have a very important question, which I asked you. I think so. Now, one of the questions: did you enter the tailor business? Was it a generation through generation, or a passion from your side?
Yes, my journey is definitely different to a lot of tailors, because I'm an engineer. So I graduate master's degree of engineering, electrical engineering, back in 2005, I think. So I'm an electrical engineer, so I can fix electrical things. And I've been doing engineering for like 10 years. And then I really got to the point where I was really good at this. And I thought, I always was dressing nice. Even remember when I was a kid, I said to my mum, I want to have a job once where I'm going to be wearing suits for work. Whatever that is, I want to wear suits. And I was a young kid, crazy. And then I got engineering. And then even when I was doing engineering, I was wearing a bow tie or a nice tie or a nice suit to engineering jobs. And everyone was going to be like in scrubs, and I'll be like in this suit, and so weird. And then I thought, I need to think about this, because I want to have something. I want to build my own business, and I was always kind of into that. And then I thought, what a better business if I want to wear suits every day. What's the better business to build than a suits business? That's why we did it. It was nearly 10 years ago now when I started doing this. It's different again, because majority of my customers are still in the UK. Obviously, that's where the base is. But now I venture off into Saudi. I venture off into other places just to see kind of what else can we do. The base in Liverpool is now fine. They're good. They're healthy. Business is going well. But now what else there is? How can I help Saudi? How can I be more involved here?
It's a very beautiful journey from an engineer. Amazingly, I met a person who's an expert in marketing. You will not believe the first 15 years of his business life, what was. And it was his passion, DJ.
There you go.
I was amazed.
Yeah.
I told him, look, I never expected that you're a DJ. He said, you don't know me. So the beauty of a journey of a person, a man or a lady, basically. It's totally amazing for me. Sometimes when I meet people, they say, look, Walid, I was an example working in one of the ministries, and I see him a cook now. We left a stable job to be a cook. He said, look, the day, the hours, the minutes that I stay as a cook is so lovely for me. Then taking let's say 20 to 30,000 in one of the ministries that I'm staying. He says, I go back to home, I just enjoying cooking. So no, I'm doing it as a business. So truly, yes, that's so beautiful. That
your journey is probably also similar, right? What you said to me before about kind of semi-retired, but you're now doing this, right? So kind of you're too young to be retired, basically. Yes.
Okay. So as we're a customer experience podcast, so how do you manage the relationship from the day and to continue ensuring that this client continues with you? What are the secrets that you have? An example. Now, for 10 years in the video, before as an engineer, correct. So for sure you had an implementing.
I think you have to think of the best brands. Let's think of Rolls-Royce of this world. Let's think of Rolexes of this world. Let's think of really high-end brands. When you go and buy, I didn't buy a Rolls-Royce. I bought a Rolex. That's as far as I could go on my, that's good stuff. But if you go to Rolex in the UK, I'm sure it's the same here, everywhere else. What do you see? You come in, it's nice, bright, light, smells nice. Everyone's smiling. Everyone is kind of, letting you in. You sit down. It's relaxing. It's comfortable. You don't understand. You don't see all those things, but you feel as if that's kind of natural place. You like it. You go to Rolls-Royce salon. It's the same. You come in. It's nice. Like music. All of those things. We don't know why they work, but they do.
True.
Right? Let's take that. Let's put that into our business. How can we now do Rolex's Rolls-Royce experience into our business? Okay, what does that mean? Well, it means I've never seen a Rolex person, a Rolex sales associate pushing Rolexes to people. So like someone is just going to go and browse, and then you say, oh, you have to buy it or I'll give you a discount. That never happens, right? So obviously, but then you go to some shops and you get exactly that. Exactly. So it's like, okay, so maybe I want to stay more like a Rolex and Rolls Royce. Okay, so you keep going and you think, okay, what's the location? Oh, the location is where they are. That's also very calm and nice, easy to get. Okay, so I need to find a location like that. So you start kind of, getting to a point where you copy and paste. We don't have to think too much about how this is working and why this is good or why this is bad. We can just copy what they do and do the same in our business. So my employees sometimes ask me a question, like for instance, let's say we made someone a shirt and someone says, you know what, instead of buttons, I want cufflinks on my sleeve. Many brands would say, next one we'll give you 10% discount and you can make another one. I always say, no, we make another shirt. My employees are like, oh, why do you do this? You lose money in this.
It's like, no,
basically. I was like, listen, this doesn't matter because he wanted this. If we're going to give him a discount on another one, he may never come back. But even more so, he may also now say to people like, oh, this guy is not making a really nice suit or shirt. And now he gives me also a discount on the next one. Oh, it's crazy. Some people will take that discount. Most people won't. What people expect is for me to say, okay, don't worry about it. Even keep this one, we'll make you a new one on us, but how it is. Perfect. So instead of one, he's got two shirts. Okay, it costs me. But it doesn't really matter. The idea that Rolex, Rolls-Royce would do the same. Think about the length that they go into to please the customer. True. If I go back to Rolex even 2-3 years after I bought a watch and I say, you know what, something is not right with the watch, they would look it, they would fix it. Just the customer experience is just beautiful there,
Yeah.
And that's, I think it's very easy if you start thinking about your business, how would you want to be in this situation? So for instance, if you, again, going to buy a suit and something is not right, what would you expect to happen? Oh, I expect the suit to be remade.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
Yes.
You know, like let's meet your expectation, unless it's completely unrealistic, which also sometimes happens.
Yes.
But in majority of cases, is the lack of goodwill for the business owner to give you some to make it right, because it's in their eyes they somehow losing it. They somehow making less profit or whatever else. To me, it's completely different. You're making more profit. You're making better decisions if you actually allow people for that suit to be remade or that shirt to be remade, because I will stay humble and thankful to you that you want to make another shirt with me, meaning that you didn't go somewhere else.
Yes.
That you stay, okay, Michael, I trust you. Okay, that shirt wasn't exactly as expected. You know, can we remake it? And I'll say yes, and then we remake it. But I didn't thank you for that, for the opportunity to remake that. And I think if we go deep into that, all of a sudden we realize, listen, this is super easy game. Everyone wants to be treated nice, regardless of whether you live in the UK or Saudi or America. Everyone wants the experience.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be treated nicely. It's so easy. We just have to think about how we would like to be treated, and I think that solves a lot of problems.
100%. I usually say it that this is the cheapest marketing that you could do, because I know some companies, organizations, work on marketing the word of mouth.
Yeah.
And the experience.
Correct.
And they minimize their marketing effort by just a relationship.
Correct.
Building that relationship. And utilizing a little bit of the technologies. Yes, you need to do marketing. You need to have that presence. You need to have
a good product, of course,
Sure.
Yes.
But at the end, as they say, first impression is the lasting impression.
Yep.
The day that you really exceed expectations, the day that this customer would love it. An example, when a customer comes to you and he says, this is for my wedding. Oh, wow, this is a very special. I have to stay for him, because in his memory and in front of his kids and in front of anybody who will say, this was the guy who made my day. This was the company who made my.
And I even sometimes say to that guy that comes to the wedding, I say, like, bring your wife or bring your future wife, bring your mum if needs to be. You know, if anyone needs to make a decision, which one is that the right decision?
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel that we made something and then you show them and they're going to be like, oh, where are you going to wear this? Or I don't like this. Let's do it together. I even allow that, because that's, again, a normal thing to do. Think about how you want to be treated and treat people exactly the same way, and it's going to be fine.
Perfect.
It's going to be fine.
Perfect. As usual, Michael, thank you for giving me the time.
Excellent.
Everyone, this was a special episode for me, because I usually meet people who are working in organizations or have company. Now I met a person who really makes 100% everything is that how to make your experience good.
Yeah.
So it's how you wear, how you do, how your brand. So that's totally different for me. So thank you, Michael, for that.
It's good.
I hope to see you again.
Yes,
I know.
That's the plan. That's the plan. The plan is to be coming back to Riyadh, maybe also Jeddah. We'll see, but Riyadh for now, because it starts from this weekend. It starts from Saturday and Sunday. It starts now.
Yeah.
So we're now going to make few suits that we're going to be probably delivering mid-January, maybe end of January. Yeah. So that's going to be another trip here.
That's good.
Then in that trip, we're probably going to deliver some suits, make some alterations, the usual process that we go through, and then we're going to meet new people. We're going to make new suits. So then we're going to be coming back in February, and so on and so forth. And, and I said to you before offline that we were saying, maybe we're going to get to a stage where there's going to be too many meetings, and that's where we're going to have help. Maybe we're going to establish an office, maybe a shop. Maybe we'll chat to a hotel and we establish little corner there. I don't know. Like, if you have guys any ideas of how to do that, let me know as well.
Sure. It will be a pleasure. I will leave Mr. Michael's contact.
Yes.
Please feel free to contact him. I really encourage you to visit his website. I loved it. I love the design. I hope everyone is excited as me. Thank you again. Thank you for your time. Thank you. And this was Walid Al Hamdan from CX SnaX.